Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Ken Post here from Hearing Remedy. Well, thank you for coming in. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. It's nice to be here live in the studio.
I know, everybody's been saying that. It is kind of nice, huh? So we actually have some interaction, which has been, you know, depleted from our everyday life for the last 18 months.
Yeah, well, at least we've had other things that are kind of close, but there's nothing like just being here live.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about this a number of times over the last 18 months, is that, you know, we have to rely on hearing now more than ever because we have people with masks on. And so I don't even know how it is. It must be much harder for people, right?
Yes, it is, especially when you've got hearing aids on your ears.
Yeah.
So I brought another mask. We actually have, it's a little strap that hooks onto the other straps.
Oh, okay.
So that when you put this on, it doesn't attach to your ears.
Oh, I see. It goes around your neck.
Below your ears with this little strap.
Oh, I see.
Doesn't get caught in your hearing aids. Doesn't get caught in your glasses. So.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So we provide this for our patients, and it's very simple. It's got a little snap, and it fits with almost any mask.
Oh, that's super smart. All right, excellent. Well, I'm glad that you have that to show, and that's probably good for anyone because I think we all get tired of having something behind our ears for sure.
True.
Yeah, and it's just a pain, like you said. That's awesome. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about over-the-counter hearing aids. Now, of course, you could go to Walmart or you could just order online. I mean, there's a plethora of things that you could choose from. But now there are some concerns about that. So tell me what your thoughts are.
One of my biggest concerns is how do you fit them to your ears? I mean, we spend a lot of time doing that in our office, but you're just going to, on your own, figure out what's the right size, what's going to keep them from coming out. It's not that complicated, but you're going to have to follow someone's directions online that says, here's what you do, and try these tips. And then also, some of what you're provided don't work well in a lot of ears. My ears have a really steep bend, and they're really kind of narrow, and those little round ones, they don't work well in my ears.
Right.
So we do intend to sell the over-the-counter hearing aids in our shop. Okay. And so we can help you with those things. We can help you. So you've got to find out, okay, these are self-adjusting, but you have to go through certain steps to do that.
Okay.
Well, that can be a little complicated. So we can help you through that. That keeps the price down. Okay. The other real issue is they're for mild to moderate hearing loss.
Okay.
How do you know that? How do you know you have a mild to moderate hearing loss?
Right.
Truthfully, most people wait till their hearing loss is way worse than that before they even come in. So we have a little screener, and we can do a very quick test to see if you have a mild or moderate hearing loss.
Oh, well, how does that work?
We go through the step. Okay, we turn it on. It has 4 different frequencies. So it has low, medium, high, and other high and higher frequencies I can go through. Okay. And it has a different volume level for each of these frequencies. So it goes, well, these are just numbers, but I'm just basically finding out how high do I have to make this before you can hear that sound at that frequency. Okay. And that tells me what level of your hearing loss you have in a very quick way. It's not precise like I'd use to adjust a hearing aid, but it does give me a quick and easy way to know, are you mild to moderate hearing loss, or are you more than that? You need something a level better than that.
Okay, all right.
So it's important, so I feel it's important to be able to, if you're gonna go that route, we'll help you.
Okay, all right.
So that at least they're going to be fit right, and you're going to know that it's going to be the proper hearing aid for you.
Right. So when someone is considering an over-the-counter hearing aid, what are some of the differences that they would find in comparison to one that might be more of a custom fit?
We have it's very popular now to get rechargeable hearing aids because you don't have to fiddle with batteries. Okay. So that's one of the things you want to look at, because when they get less and less expensive, they don't tend to not have rechargeable. Or they do have rechargeable because it's a buzzword, but they only last 8 or 10 hours.
Oh, okay.
How many people want to hear just 8 or 10 hours of the day? So that's something that's important to look at, where our regular hearing aid some of the new ones last 24 to 30 hours.
Oh, wow.
On a charge.
Okay.
So you've got plenty of, okay, we're doing something special tonight, and you have hearing all the way through it, as opposed to, oh, I got 10 hours and now I got to figure out how I'm going to charge this hearing aid.
Oh, right.
So,
and the batteries, are they, when you use one with the battery, is it a different kind of battery that you have, a special one?
They typically will use the 312 hearing aid battery, which is not the tiniest of the tiny, but it's a pretty tiny battery that you're going to have to put in the hearing aid every 3, 4, 5 days. So the other thing that's been really good lately in terms of the regular hearing aids is they have Bluetooth technology that hooks to your phone.
Right.
Well, does this over the counter? Some of them do, some of them don't.
Right.
And the other thing to think about, it's got 10 hours, but when you use stream Bluetooth, it might have 6 hours. So even though it's a low power Bluetooth, it's draining the battery while you're using it.
Right.
So again, where a regular hearing aid might get 14 hours on the low end, 14 to 25 hours when you're streaming, you might only be getting 6 or 8 hours on a over the counter.
Right, and that's really important to someone who does rely on their phone for who knows what. I mean, they could be watching a show on it, they could be watching football, I mean, whatever the case might be, the fact that they have that capability is really nice. Now, you've brought a couple of samples here. What are some of these?
I actually I want to brag this one in particular because it is, although it's a real hearing aid, a lot of people haven't seen these, that it looks like an earbud.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a hearing aid.
Okay.
There's 2 levels of this, but this is a premium level hearing aid in something that just looks like an earbud.
Okay.
So we can get it in beige in a flesh tone, so it blends in better.
Okay.
But it's not a custom. It has Bluetooth. It has a rechargeable. It has a little package to recharge it in.
Oh, look at that.
So you can put it in here and put it in your pocket, and there's a battery in here that can charge it in your pocket.
Wow.
So this is.
Those are exactly like earpods.
Yeah.
That's great. That's amazing.
A lot of people haven't seen that.
That's cool.
The other thing we have for people that maybe want more discreet, this is a non-custom, but it's a discreet hearing aid. It's a very tiny hearing aid. Wow. We put on the right size piece of dome here on here to fit your ear, and then that goes in your ear, and it goes pretty far in the canal, and it's pretty much unnoticeable.
Okay. Now, when somebody is swimming, do you have to take these out?
Yes.
I was going to say, they're not waterproof, right?
There's a lot of new stuff that's come out this last month with the hearing aids. And there is a hearing aid that's actually waterproof, but only to, I think, 2 feet.
Oh, okay. So you can shower.
You can shower.
You can't, like, swim.
It can get dunked. So yeah, if you were swimming on the surface, yeah, you could. You wouldn't want to go diving under the water or diving into the pool, but if you get in and then you just swim from there, it could work with that. I don't know if you'd really want to get water in your ear canal, and then that would kind of hold it in.
Right.
So that's an issue. But certainly people have issues with, I walked in the shower with my hearing aids, oh no, I've got to dry them out.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that can help as far as not messing up the hearing aid when.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you said you're going to be carrying some over-the-counter devices.
Yes.
Now, are you going to have just a couple of choices or popular choices, or what do you plan to do?
I will definitely have more popular. Jabra is one of the companies. They make the earbuds and stuff, and it's one of the bigger names. We'll be carrying their over-the-counter for sure, because they're actually related to one of the brands of hearing aids that we carry.
Okay.
So that it's just kind of natural. We already have domes for them. We already have all the pieces we need to help people with those hearing aids.
Okay.
We're going to look at the Bose hearing aids. But and we're going to look at other ones out there. Especially, we're going to try and find a spectrum from price ranges, so that we can have something to offer, maybe from $300 to up to. Now, one of the things people don't understand, and that you don't see with the hearing aid, with that they're showing you over the counter, is that often these are more expensive than a lower priced hearing aid.
Oh.
We have hearing aids down to $1,500.
Okay.
And there's over the counters that are $1,800 to $2,000 for a pair.
Oh, wow.
And we can do something custom with including the hearing test, getting them fit for you and everything for $1,500.
Okay.
So we try to get, I mean, we have top premium level hearing aids up to like $7,500, but we try to get something that we can fit everybody.
Right.
So that we have people that, if you need good hearing aids. The really good news is the lower end of the hearing aids, I didn't carry them 5 years ago because they weren't very good. I have for the last 2.5 years because they've gotten way better.
Right.
And so now I'm comfortable, okay, I know I can fit somebody and have them hearing pretty darn good. Not as good as if you're spending on the premium level, but certainly so they can converse with their friends in just a mildly noisy restaurant, or if there's kids around at a family gathering, stuff like that.
No, that's good. I think, going from the spectrum of, a lower end one just to help people out as opposed to some, having to go, like you said, to online or something like that where you might spend more money. Because when you look at those Bose ones, Bose speakers are very expensive too. So, I mean, they are a high end, but again, you're not getting all the other things that you mentioned. So that's awesome. One other thing I wanted to ask, about insurance, because some insurances do help people out with some of the costs, but there was a proposal in legislature that was talking about having more assistance with hearing. What do you know about that?
They are talking about having Medicare covering hearing aids. We're also finding a lot more of the supplements that pay for some part of a hearing aid. Some of them actually, there's several companies that, although you are paying for the cost of a low end hearing aid, you're getting a premium level hearing aid, and they're supplementing the difference.
Wow.
So you're getting really good hearing aids at pretty much the cost of the over the counter.
That's great.
So if you have that, I know the scan people do that. They go through what's called a third party provider, and those companies set up all the things. You actually buy the hearing aids from them. I set them up for you and get them working properly.
Okay, that's great.
But it can be, some of the plans are okay, they're saving you some, and some of them, like I say, they're getting you $5,000 off of a pair of hearing aids.
Wow, that's great. Well, that's good. Well, I think they're catching up. They're recognizing that hearing is a very important part of our well-being, and they're catching up. So great information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's nice to see you again.
Glad to be here.
All right. And if you want more information about what we've just discussed, you can go to hearingremedy.com. We'll be right back.